What's up, guys? It's Mark Russell, claritymarket.com. And today, let's just hit. It's kind of hard to get everything in the screen all at once. But regardless, today we are going to talk about. A lot of guys have been talking about, hey, what about the contract? What about the contract? So obviously, here's the disclaimer. We got a new. We got put it on pause. Read the disclaimer. None of this is legal advice. Entertainment purposes only. Just my opinion. Definitely not legal or insurance adjusting advice. And by the way, guys, I really mean that. Like, that's not just hitting a legal checkbox. You need to get a lawyer to do your contract. So that being said, I'm just going to share with you a little bit about my contract and some thoughts behind it. So a couple things real quick, guys. We're going to just jump in here and we're going to talk about, let's see. With Clarity Market, when you go to /billing, okay, then you get to go to our billing authorization form, okay, and this will take you through our form, okay, or my customers through the form. For those of you who don't know, this is the form. These are our rates, public. And then they hire the company, and then it goes through, has them sign a couple things, or agree. Then they're going to go to that, and they're going to actually go to the form. And then the other thing to just kind of mention, guys, is when you log in, let's see here. When you log in, obviously this is your link, and then you have your contracts. And this is how the contract template works currently. We are going to be getting a new system very soon. We'll just hit a create contract for this, and we'll just call this junk. Okay, so this is how it would work. You would create a junk contract. These are the short codes. I had Max, I think Echoes yesterday out in California asked me a question about this, and it was specifically the issue about, wait, how do these work? Well, the way they work is when someone goes through this portion, okay, the homeowner is going to enter this data, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of data. Okay, and I think there's 8 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The date, I think, is the one thing that's different, okay? So basically how it works, guys, is when they enter that, okay, let's just take this. I'm copying this, and I'm going to just paste it in here. First, I did too much here. Let's just do this. Control-C. And then this is how the system works. Okay. And by the way, you kind of also have, which I really like, is this button, which, hold on, I don't know if it'll work for any of this. Let's see what happens. Okay, for shorter, but this is the little button that makes them look kind of tidy and not left justified. But anyway, the way that it works, guys, is you can just, like, wherever you want this thing, like say you want the guy's name there, then you just hit that, and it's going to insert this first name. Now, keep in mind, there's no space there, so you have to put a space, and then you would go to last name, right? And then when they go and fill out this part, first name, last name, they'll be presented with your contract, and it'll automatically insert that stuff wherever. It's going to put the signature to the bottom. And guys, very soon, we're going to be coming out with the ability to add more blocks with initial functionality. So if you want to get someone to initial a section, you're gonna have that ability to say, I want them to really focus. Now, there's a reason for that, guys. So I'll just talk about that real quick. Again, entertainment purposes only, but let me just talk about kind of the thought process behind. I had it on another video, but I'm going to try to make some of these videos short. Go onto YouTube, look around, talk to your lawyer. Your lawyer will move you through this, but this is some high-level concept. In contracts, you have to have a few things. Meeting of the mind. There's a few tests in contracts to make them valid. One is that it's a legal thing that you're contracting for. You cannot have a legal contract to sell some sort of illicit substance. that would not be a legal contract that would be upholdable because it's by nature illegal. Second one, that both parties are able to be entered into the contract. You can't have a 3-year-old signing the other side of the contract. The next one is a meeting of the minds, that everybody understands clearly what is happening within the contract. Number 4, that you have consideration, right? Consideration would be the idea that here's our price. And like, you couldn't sell a car, for example, with a bill of sale that says, they say, I agree to pay 10,000, and you say, okay, I'll sell you a car for 10,000. Now, that's not going to work. It has to be the specific car with the specific VIN number. In the same way, you couldn't say, I agree to cut your tree, and they say, okay, we agree to pay you some money. That doesn't work either. So there's a few other tests that or a few other bullet points. Go find that out. That's not the purpose of the video. The purpose of this video, one second, is kind of go over a few things that are in my particular contract. And guys, I'm going to emphasize this one thing, and I am serious about this, okay? I'll bring up the disclaimer real quick. I am emphasizing, even though I'm showing you my particular contract that is publicly available, I am telling you, talk to an attorney. Protect yourself. Every state is different. You need to invest the money to get your contracts, your I's dotted, your T's crossed, because don't take my word for any of this. I'm just going over basic subjects. So all of that said, I've said it enough, so here we go. Okay, on mine is scope of work. Okay, so a scope of work would be basically, hey, this is kind of what we're talking about. Okay, so removal of fallen tree from a structure, hauling of the debris, tarping of a roof, fabrication of ingress, egress. Sometimes we have to build bridges, arborist assessment, stump grinding if needed. Okay, and then I used to have, which we don't have anymore right now, when I use DocuSign, there was an initial here that says, okay, I agree to this. Oh, crud, do I have right now... homeowner reads and understands, agrees to the above scope of work. Oh, I'm going to change this right now on the fly so you guys can understand contract templates. Watch, this is actually how you do it. This is important because, dang, I'm not practicing what I preach. Let's see. And rates and rates, DET. Rates detailed below. Man, that's important. Okay, so now when we go back there, we can hit a rephrase, and now it says rates detailed below. Okay, and that's like, by the way, I told you guys, because look, if you're going to reference where the rates are, see, there's a lot of little details. That's in my own stinking contract. Okay, so and rates detailed below. Okay, so now I would have that initialed probably. In fact, I'll have just about everything initialed. By the time we get this done, it'll be very fast. It's not going to be super tedious. So, okay, scope of work. Second, I needed to put this down under here, X. Hold on just a second, guys, because these are the things that I want. I'm updating my contract myself. Okay, next thing is a driveway waiver. So let's see, Control F, DRIVE. Okay, so unanticipated conditions. So basically, these two are kind of the same: delivering the house or the property in usable condition and a driveway waiver. So kind of the idea here from what my attorney told me is, look, you're telling me we've never been on the property before. You're telling me that your ground is stable, your house is stable. I'm not going to be responsible if I drive my crane across and the ground caves in, right? So that's kind of or we're lifting the tree off the house and the house caves in. So to a certain extent, we're doing some dangerous thinking work, and that is the delivering property in usable condition declaration and driveway waiver. Have to get that driveway waiver for sure, man. That is, for me, I do. Okay. Authorization to do the work. Obviously, that's a signature. One where it's valid to bring a claim. So mine is Control COBB, whoops, Control F, X, F, COBB. So Cobb County, according to the state of Georgia, these parties exclusive jurisdiction Cobb County. Let's see. Authorization, hold on. Now, the things that I would want, guys. So let me just talk. This is an assignment of benefits, guys. Talk to your attorney. Talk to your attorney. That's a little word right there that needs to go away too. I just realized that. Homeowner. That snuck in there. I've been so stinking busy with all this, you guys, that yeah, this is control. Let's see. This is a remnant of my last contract. Submit. Okay. See how easy this is? Like, this is a freaking pretty cool piece of software, you guys. Let's see. Refresh. Homeowner will be gone. Now homeowner's gone. Okay. So let's go to what I would like. Oh, hourly rates. That's already in there. You obviously know hourly rates are in there. So, and that's down here, obviously. That's on these resources. This is the big hurrah for Clarity Market. By the way, as a side note, guys, stump grinding is not on there yet. So you would need to put your pricing for stump grinding currently. For us, my stump grinding is listed out. Right now, stump grinding and debris hauling is not on there. And third thing is there is no functionality for like variables on unique unlisted stuff. We probably will get that put on there eventually. We just don't have it right now. But the problem is whatever variable that we get put in under the resource tab, because right now you guys know we have the resources, and it's these are all of the resources, right? 35 of them with the hourly rates or whatever. Oh, by the way, while I'm here, I need to change something. Control F. Support truck. Oops. Oh, I've been meaning to do that too. Okay, so let's just check that real quick because I know I need to change that. Let's see, support truck 4-hour minimum, because that's my truck that goes out. This would be my oiler truck for, that would be an 8-hour crane. My support truck is my support truck for my Bobcat trailer. Anyway, all of that said, hold on just a second. Where was I at? I'm sorry. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. So you guys know we have all of these rates. Eventually, when we have and we're changing, one other thing we're going to change, guys, so that we're all on the same page. This invoicing and where it says contract portal and close contracts, the nomenclature on this is going to change a little bit. We're going to call this job cost breakdowns, and this will go away, this little tab, and it'll all be listed under job cost breakdowns. Because when we started thinking about it, the fact of the matter is, what are we giving them? This Clarity Market is not an invoicing platform. It's a job cost breakdown platform. You guys keep your GetJobber, Single Ops. I know there's someone out there who had mentioned that they use QuickBooks. There's a lot of CRMs. We're not a CRM. We are a job cost breakdown platform to basically bring clarity into the marketplace. So that nomenclature will be changed. But what I was getting at, and I'm all over the map, and daggum, I'm going a little long here. We are going to add a special function that you can basically say, hey, I have whatever it is. I needed something that's not listed in these 35 things. You'll be able to add it. You'll never be able to get a comparable on that. So in the future, you won't be able to, that extra field that you add, you can't get a comp on that. Okay, so let's keep, and by the way, side note, if you add an extra field, talk to your attorney, but if it was me, if you know you're going to be adding extra fields, put it in your legal so that they're agreeing to that cost. Really important. Okay, so I'm going to keep on going and talk about the things I want. X. The things I want are these in the future. I want legal fees added to my contract. They're not there. And if you go to court, you need to be able to say, hey, we get to collect legal fees if we win. Interest accrued due to lack of payment. Put some amount of because like, dude, if they hold your money for 6 months or a year, they should be paying interest because in most states, carriers are bound to pay promptly, right? That's what they are. They agree to. And then administration fees. Like at the end of the day, if the carriers say, I need this, I need that, I need that, well, that's work. That is actual admin work. Put it in. I'm going to put in, hey, we're at X amount per hour. And then finally, a severability clause. So severability clause, guys, I've gone over it before, but basically, and I don't have one in here right now, but let's see, Control F, SEV. Oh, no, I do. Okay. If any provision of this agreement is held illegal or unenforceable in a judicial proceeding, there's one other. Such provision shall be severed and shall be inoperative, and the remainder of this agreement shall remain operative and binding on the parties. So basically, you cut that portion of it out, and the remainder is valid. One last thing that I need to put in here is 3-day, all right, right of RECISION. Okay, 3-day right of rescission waiver. I am going way out of this is way entertainment purposes, but what I do know, or what I've heard, is that there is a federal law that says if you solicit someone, you're the one knocking on the door, they have a 3-day right to waive the services. Now, I can't imagine how exactly they're going to enforce that when there is a tree on a house and there is a danger and you have a crane and you drive by and you say, do you want this done? There was a case that I heard of that they gave the guy a lot of hassle over because he didn't have a 3-day right of rescission. He had knocked on the door. They said yes. And just because it wasn't in the contract, this attorney general was focusing on that. And, I get that. I don't know what the legal navigation. I can't imagine a judge saying something to the tune of, you can't start the work for 3 days, right? That wouldn't make sense. So I think what I heard from a friend of mine is focus on the right of rescission, 3-day right of rescission that they have, and then say, I'm waiving that right. Please commence with work immediately due to the danger factor. That's, I think, the solution. I need to talk to my attorney and figure that out. Guys, that's it. I so much hope that this is helpful. Guys, I need to be really clear about one thing. The goal with this is to shine light. It's not to shake our fists, even though I've gone through a lot of battles with adjusters. Look, guys, the goal is just to have really, really clear communications, have all cards on the table. I mean, that's why we're calling it clarity. The emergency rooms have pre-printed pricing, machine readable, out in the public so that there's clarity. That's why we called our product Clarity. We want market clarity. And, eventually it just needs to be we are in a balance and the carriers don't know our business. But I'm really hopeful that there can be a mediation, a way that we can bring adjusters and tree guys together so that no one is trying to say, oh, this is my crowd. No one, all the tribalism that's involved is extremely frustrating and I think maintains this continual darkness. So I don't know, even if I've gotten fussy in the past, take it with a grain of salt, because if this thing's going to be long-term, we're going to have both sides on the table, or both parties at the table, right? Both parties at the table and for real clarity. So That's it, guys. I'm sincerely hoping this is helpful. If you have, join up with Clarity. We're in beta mode. It is 100% free of charge for you to join. And I would say hit me up, but go look at our YouTube videos that's on this. I'm doing my best to bring every bit of insurance experience I have to the table so you guys can understand kind of what's the navigational processes, etc. Hit me up with questions, but I hope this helps you guys with contracts. You guys take it easy. Bye-bye.